friends, it's Friday. That means it's time for your Friday weekly wrap up. It's also the last day of April, so we're wrapping up the week and we're wrapping up the month of April, getting ready for the month of May, which begins tomorrow. Thank you all so much for being here. For those of you watching in archive, I appreciate you as well. I see a lot of you already in the room. Thanks so much for being here. Hey, Jean Mnuchin has become a member of this channel. Thank you so much for doing that. Our membership really is growing and we appreciate it. So to support this channel, you can subscribe and we appreciate that. You can like these videos and we appreciate that. If you are able and can give monthly support, this is just like NPR, right? You can give support at different levels. I will not send you a tote bag or a coffee mug. Well, someday I might. Those things could happen. I'm thinking about swag. But in the meantime, there are great perks for members. And I see a lot of our members here already. Claire C. has become a member. Smile Soul 20 is a member. And now we have Jean Mnuchin as a member. So thank you all so much for doing that. If you do not see the join option, it may be because of the country you're in which case just subscribe and like, and I appreciate that support. It may be the device you're on. You may have to go to your desktop in order to see that. It's a new function here on YouTube, so they're still working it out. So I want to remind you that we have a meetup that will be this Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on YouTube. Hope to see you then. All right, let's get going. Today, I thought I would use the Japperage Tarot, which is kind of a fun deck. We are wrapping up the week and wrapping up the month. So I'll do cards for the collective first, and then I will do the individual requests in the order that I see them. I will let you know, as much as I appreciate our members, I do not give priority to members in terms of requests. I do the requests in the order I see them, whether you are a longtime member, a subscriber, or someone who's here for the first time. And I know a lot of people do that differently, and I hope that's not offensive to anybody. I just feel like when it comes to people requesting readings, I want to get to everyone. That's what I'm here for. There really is a part of me that wants to serve as many people as I can serve. And while we do, as I said, we do have perks. We have things that are pay to play here. I really appreciate everyone who takes time out of their day to join me for this live broadcast. And for those who are watching in archive, of course, I won't be able to pull a card for you. But if you listen, you may hear something that resonates for you that feels like truth. So first of all, when we wrap up the month of April for the collective, let's see what we see. How was April for us all? The Ace of Tides, that's like the Ace of Cups. I think those of us in the Northern Hemisphere really are welcoming the coming spring and have really appreciated the relief that spring brings. I think while, there certainly is vaccine fear and vaccine resistance, I think there are a lot of people in the month of April who have been really grateful to receive their vaccination. And so this idea of opening up to something new spring, new opportunities, new possibilities have been offered us here in the month of April. And I wonder if, too, we have felt moved to try to be a little more compassionate, a little more loving, a little more sensitive to the needs of others. I hope. That'd be a good thing, right? Okay, wrapping up the week. What do we see for the collective for the week that was? Temperance reverse. Were you feeling impatient this week? This would suggest that a lot of us have been feeling kind of impatient this week. Probably me. I'm probably there. And also, with temperance reverse, there can be this feeling that I'm not going to have everything I need. I'm not going to have the time or the money or the resources that I need to do what I want to do. And so that sense of not having what we need to put it all together can come up with this card as well. Have you been feeling that? Let's go ahead and turn this card right side up to welcome to all of us the patience and the resources that we need to get what we want to get done, and to alleviate that fear. You know, sometimes we have the fear that we won't have what we need, even when we do and we will, but we fear that we won't. I'm that way about time a lot, where I fear I won't have enough time to get everything done. And so let's welcome the idea that we will have the resources that we need. All right, let's do individual cards. If you have not yet put in your request, please do. I'm so grateful for all of you here. If you would like a card to wrap up your week, the last week of April, go ahead and request. I will take them in the order in which I see them. And the first I see is my friend Smile Soul 20. Okay, we have the Stranger of Gardens, which would be the Knight of Pentacles. It's really kind of a cool image, right? So the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like you worked really hard this week, and I know you've been navigating some very hard things that may have made you feel like a stranger. And I think that this would say that under difficult situations, you did a very good job navigating things at work this week. Very well done. Marion, so nice to see you. How was your week? The Four of Fire. Oh, this is so apropos, man. The Four of Fire, which is the Four of Wands. But look, they're dancing a maypole, and tomorrow is Beltane, the day when we actually do dance the maypole. I don't know how many of you are doing that. I'll be doing it symbolically with tarot, and now that I see this card, I'll probably include that in my celebration. Have you ever danced a maypole naked? I actually have, and it was awesome! But sadly, I will not be doing that tomorrow. Okay, but for you, Marion, what does this say about your week? I feel like you did a lot. You know, your readings recently have been very much about community, what you're doing with and for community and how you're growing within your community. And I think this suggests that over the course of this week, you have done a lot to sort of internally and perhaps also externally to figure out how you're going to be in the community and who you are in the community. And it's a good thing. Okay, Karen Winkle, so nice to see you. Glad that you're here. A wrap-up card for you. The Fool reversed. We're still dealing with that leg issue, aren't we? I feel like, you know, the Fool, of course, wants to take a leap, and I feel like you've not been leaping anywhere, quite literally. And so I think this has been hard, especially as we approach the time of your son's wedding. Let's turn this right side up as we go into a new week and a new month. Let us welcome physical healing and the opportunity for you to be joyous and enjoying of all the good things that are happening for you. Okay. Jean Mnuchin, a card for you. The Two of Tides, this is the Two of Cups. And it looks like you've been working on some partnerships. Now, I do know your daughter's going to be getting married, so that's that is sort of a partnership that you're involved in a way, looking at wedding plans and things of that nature, so I'm sure this is part of that. But I think you have also been looking at work partners, collaborators, supporters, creative partners. And I think you've done a lot with that, whether actually reaching out or just contemplating and figuring out who you're going to work with and how you're going to work with them. I think you did a lot of that this week, and it's a good thing. Claire C., my good friend, hope you're doing well. How was your week? The Three of Fire, and that would be like the Three of Wands. Here we see this beautiful hot air balloon. I feel like this week you did a lot to contribute to your own success and thought about, like, what does success look like for you now? You are recently retired, so the paradigm has shifted, and the parameters, the metrics for what is your success has changed. And I think you've been spending some time figuring that out. What's going to feel successful for you now? Excuse me. Okay. Christina Reed. The King of Tides, who would be the King of Cups. We've been talking about your love life recently. I wonder if you've met anyone or started talking to anyone this week. If not, this is an indicator that that will happen for you soon. One way or the other, though, this week, you have risen to a level of compassion. You have risen to some level of emotional leadership. This might have to do with your sister's wedding. It might have to do with your job. It might have to do just with your own personal and spiritual growth. It might have to do with helping your mom. But one way or the other, this week, you have done a good job stepping up to where you need to be. Very, very good. Makeup and Fashion Insomnia, who we know is Wendy. So nice to see you here. Glad you're here. The 10 of Fire. So that would be like the 10 of Wands. What a week you had. Were you very busy? Did you feel like you had a lot to do, a lot of responsibilities? Is there a lot weighing on you? Has this been a hard week for you? Here we see this sort of chess game playing out. And you are reminded to be strategic. Do not carry what is not yours to carry unless you have a damn good reason for doing it. And if you are carrying emotional burdens from the past, now is a time to find healing. Okay. Betty, it's so nice to see you. Betty is a channel member, and we're happy to see her. Okay, a card for you. Betty, you get the Queen of Gardens. Isn't that a beautiful card? That would be like the Queen of Pentacles. And so I think this week you have come to a new level and uncovered a new layer of your ability to nurture, of your ability to take care of what you need to take care of your ability to grow into the queen that you are and are becoming. So very, very good for you. Kyla's is here. She is also a channel member. We appreciate her. Very glad to give you a card. And actually, I have gendered you, and I don't know if that is the correct gender. Should we start listing our pronouns here? That might be a good idea. Maybe I will start to invite people to, when they come in, to give their pronouns, because I have misgendered people. I know I have. I don't know if I have in this instance. But that's, so I will share first. I'm Christiana. My pronouns, she and her. All right. Anyone else want to share pronouns? You go right ahead, and always feel comfortable doing that here on this channel. So anyway, Kyla, so nice to see you. A card for you. The World Reversed. So that's interesting. This week, did you develop a new perspective? Did you start to see things from a different way? Have you made some different plans for your future? This is a really beautiful card, isn't it? It comes up reversed, though, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It may suggest that you have a project that is going to take longer to complete than you had first thought. But it may also sort of look at, how are you turning your own world upside down, and how is that serving you? What boxes are you breaking out of? What are you doing differently, and how is that serving you? This feels like a big energy this week. I wonder what happened that this is speaking to. One way or the other, though, it feels good and helpful and hopeful. Sayoni, nice to see you. Sayoni, you get the High Priestess reversed. I wonder if there's something going on this week where you have felt disrespected, or something where you have felt like you're not on your game or doing what you need to do, or a way that you have communicated that did not turn out well. So there may have been something this week that was a little unpleasant. Let's turn that right side up in order to welcome peace and calm and serenity to you. Lori Hahn, so nice to see you. So nice to see you. Okay, and I'm just jumping ahead and I'm seeing Betty, who is a member, saying not offensive at all to the fact that I try to take people in line rather than giving preference to station members, although there are perks to being channel members here. So thank you so much for that. I do appreciate that. As I said, I just really like to make sure that everyone gets a chance. If you're willing to show up and play with me here, then I want to play with you. That's really the bottom line here. Okay, so Lori Hahn, so happy to see you. You are the second one to get this, the King of Tides. So that's like the King of Cups. Makes me first wonder, how's your love life? Did you meet someone? And I know there are ways in your life where I know this is true, where you have some gentlemen in your life who are sometimes difficult and you have to be very compassionate with them. So this may actually have been a trying week in that way, where you have really had to muster your compassion. You did a good job with that. Very well done. Horse Van Dunn, so nice to see you. I like horses too. All right, a card for you today. You get the Empress. So this week, I wonder if you are particularly nurturing of humans or of animals, if you are particularly creative, bringing something into being, if you paid particular attention to home or to family. One way or the other, this is a wonderful card speaking of your nurturing and creative nature. Jean is funny. Not offensive. Relax. We love you. Thank you so much. And Kyla's as well. We really, and that's the thing. Kyla says it's a community. And that is really what we're trying to do here. There are a million trillion tarot channels out there, and some of them are really great. You don't have to be, monogamous just to mine. You can go visit Marion's channel. Marion K. Tarot has a great one. But there's a lot. And we're trying to do something very, very different here. So Jean says, impatience, yes. Opening is starting up, but not quite. Yeah, there you go. Nicole, nice to see you. A card for you. Okay, Nicole, you get the Seven of Fire, which is the Seven of Wands reversed. I hope that this week you found some help, whether that's medical help or support from friends or family. There's a lot here about not being so independent or so defensive that you don't ask for help when you need it or don't reach out for help when you need it. Okay, Jean wants to know if I was doing naked maypoles in the 60s. In the 60s, I was just a kid. No, man, as recently as like 2016, I have been in clothing optional environments where we've done nude maypole. Indeed, not this year though. This year we're doing it on. We're doing a May Day celebration on Zoom. There will be no nudity on that Zoom, but there it is. All right. And Wendy says, I want to do that. Sounds like fun. Yeah, it totally is. Okay. And Karen says, still dealing with the knee, had an MRI last night. Hopefully answers will arrive next week. I hope so. And Jean is trying to figure out who your partners will be. And that is common. It really is. Christina says, no new love interests. Definitely a leader at work. Very good. JF, if it's not too late, I would appreciate a card. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed for you, JF. The Two of Fire reversed. So here's the thing, JF. I feel like this week, maybe you did not put as much time and energy into really looking toward your future. Whether that's thinking about cause and effect, how what I do today affects tomorrow, but also What is really possible for you in the future? Have you set your sights low? Are you not recognizing all of the wonderful things that could happen for you? And so I would invite you this week to sort of open up to what do you want to manifest and be open to those possibilities. Betty, Monday I got the 8 of Wands. It was completely accurate. There you go. And Wendy, your pronouns are she and her. Very good. Claire, she, her, and it. I'll remember that. Oh, I was right with you, Kyla's. Okay. She, her, and hers. Very good. Okay. Karen is she and her. And Kyla says, world reversed really resonates. Lots of moving parts lead me to a changing perspective. Nicole, she and her. Very good. Very good. Okay, Nicole, you have your doctor's appointment on Monday. Very good. I wish you well. Horse fan, Empress, yes, honoring the birds and wildlife around me, cooking new recipes, gratitude for this beautiful earth and walking in it. Thank you for those beautiful words, and may we all embrace that gratitude. Friends, from my perspective, I have answered every request. If I accidentally missed you, I am so sorry. Or if you're here and did not request, now's the time. Please get that request in right now. I want to remind you that I am available for readings by phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger, or Zoom. I have openings both Saturday and Sunday this weekend. You can make an appointment by going to my website, tarotbychristiana.com, and scheduling there. You can also reach out to me on Facebook Messenger. You can even call or text me. Here's my phone number. Get a pen. 561-655-1160. Feel free to reach out. Please come and join us. That will be Sunday for our meetup at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Joanne, nice to see you. Let's give you your wrap-up card. Better late than never. Yes, ma'am. Your card is Justice reversed. I feel like there are ways where you are feeling things just aren't fair, or things aren't balancing out, or things aren't coming together the way you want. I think this has been a tough week, probably for you and Charlie. And I am so sorry about that. But let's turn this right side up. What this says to you is you just got to keep plugging. It will get better. Look for the balance. Find the right balance. That's the important thing. Okay. And Horse Fan Dunn began a new painting. Yay. I know we have a lot of artists in this group. That is so cool. So I want to thank you so very much for being here. My website, tarotbychristiana.com. You can schedule a reading. You can read my blogs. You can sign up for my newsletter. I will be back here tomorrow at 12:30 with the Saturday Psychic Sampler, so please join us then. And for those of you who are members of Suns or Stars, the 2 highest tiers of membership, we will have a live just for you coming up today at 1:30. I am also going to be scheduling a live for all members coming up next week, so everyone will get notification of that. I'm just learning all of this technology and trying to figure it out, so look for some fun new things coming up over these next few weeks in terms of production value and in terms of offerings for everyone on this channel. If you have not liked this video, please hit like. That really does matter. If you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. If you're not a member, please do consider joining. And also, if you're on Facebook, make sure you join the Global Tarot Circle group. That's where we discuss kind of what we're going to do in our meetups and things of that nature. And for those of you who are local to me, I am thinking we will start our local tarot meetups in the Palm City area probably in July. But we will still continue to be meeting here on YouTube. What happened was I wasn't doing that much here on YouTube, but a couple of things happened all at once. Number one, Facebook got overrun with trolls. Every time I did a live on Facebook, there were 1 million trolls there. So I started bringing lives over here. And COVID happened, and so we had to shut everything down. I would normally have had 3 in-person meetings here every month. And so we just moved that all online. And now that things are starting to open up again, I want you to know that what we've built during this time, I'm not letting that go. Even these readings, 4 times a week doing these readings, I started that because of COVID. I wasn't doing so much of that before. So as we start to open up and go out and do things again, carefully, cautiously, hopefully, I'm still going to keep broadcasting, and we're going to keep this community going because we've got something great here. And I really appreciate all of you for making that happen. Thank you all so much. Have a great Friday.